Now to Nebraska, where voters are headed to the polls today in what's considered another test of former President Trump's influence over the Republican Party. The former president's endorsed candidates won in the Ohio and Indiana primaries. Now in Nebraska, he's backing wealthy businessman Charles Herbster for governor. Herbster has been accused of sexual assault by 8 women, but denies those allegations. Joining me now, Carol Blood, who's running for Democratic governor in Nebraska. Carol, thanks for joining us. Former President Trump is backing Herbster, but almost all of Nebraska's GOP establishment leaders support businessman Jim Pillen. And Omaha's mayor is endorsing the third candidate, State Senator Brett Lindstrom. What do you make of this divide between the GOP?
You know, I think the divide isn't just in the GOP. I think it's Nebraskans in general. Everybody is sick of this us versus them narrative, and they're looking for something different. And I think that that's why you see such a big divide. We actually have 9 candidates on the Republican side, only 2 on the Democratic side. And so I see people on the Republican Party really looking for something different, really looking for change.
Now, Trump held a rally in Nebraska last week in support of Herbster. Will that make a difference at the polls?
You know, I don't know if it's going to make a difference. It's clear that those that support Herbster have not lost their support for Herbster. And so it really is a numbers game right now. I don't know that it made any difference. I know a lot of people came from out of state for this rally. And there were not as many Nebraskans as there were out-of-staters. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens at 8 o'clock tonight.
Now, this is all the Republican Party that we're talking about, but the last elected Democratic governor in Nebraska was back in the 90s. So what's your plan as a Democrat to change that?
You know, we're just being honest with folks. I'm the only candidate that actually has a plan. And I'm the only one willing to tell people the lies about things like why our property taxes are high and how Nebraska ignored for 20 years that we would be headed to a worker shortage. How Nebraskans have become collateral damage to big business. In one case, actually poisoning the residents of Meade, Nebraska. And so what we're doing is we're really going one-on-one, doing a grassroots campaign. We're not participating in the rhetoric at all. We're not running a dirty campaign, nor will we in the general. I've won 4 times in a highly Republican area, never gone dirty, just did truth to power.
And now that abortion has become such a big topic after that leaked draft Supreme Court decision on Roe v. Wade, how has that changed your strategy and the dynamics at play for these midterms?
You know, it doesn't change our strategy because, again, I've come out of the gate with the same message from the very beginning. I believe in women and women's rights. You have the right to bodily autonomy. The legislation, and I can say this as a state senator, that is brought forward is very dangerous. It can put your IVF doctor in prison for up to 20 years. It will allow our disallow our OBGYN students to not be certified. So if later down the road they perform a D&C on you, your insurance will not pay for it. People need to know the truth and the real picture. It's not an us versus them narrative. It is about bad policy and how it's going to affect women and their families forever.
All right, Carol Blood, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.